Hello, boys and girls. This is Voodoo Magic bringing you yet another game. Yet another game by Voodoo Magic. This one against Stockfish level 8, as you can see. Now, Stockfish level 8 at the time was the best engine that existed. Stockfish has moved on to level 9 and I believe level 10 because they were trying to do something in order to be able to challenge MRJobe. And we will probably see one of those games in the future. However, this being a level 3200 engine, it destroys everybody. Kasparov and Wesley So, and you name it, it destroys it, because this is the computer age where computers just, you just can't play against them unless you're MRJobe. It's a completely different world. So I like new worlds. I hope you like new worlds. So in this particular game, MRJobe plays black. Now, the first move that was played in this game was the knight move, but MRJobe decides to take the pawn on the right-hand side of the board. The bishop retakes it, he retakes that, and the knight will jump out. Okay, now, the next thing that happens is that MRJobe decides to slice across. Now the reason he did that is because he was trying to protect MRJobe from coming to the back rank and start messing with the rook and taking that out. But MRJobe comes straight out, straight away, and basically forces a trade of queens. He really needs to take that queen. There he goes. I could have told you that. Now this is one of the greatest moves in chess that I've seen in a while. Not one, not of all time, but just in the recent past. It's a sacrifice. It's a queen sacrifice. I don't know necessarily why he did it, but you'll see the end result. The pawn comes out most likely and attacks the queen and takes it. Yes, he did. Now, as you can see, the computer is running low in pieces already. He's being backed to the corner. And if you look down at the board on the black side down here, MRJobe has hardly moved a piece. I mean, all these pieces, you would think, well, these pieces are just dead weight. They can't even move out. The bishop, he has a chance to move here, but what can he do? Same thing here. The knight can move out, but there's not a whole lot of activity. But it doesn't matter when MRJobe's playing, as you'll see for yourself. So, a very interesting move. MRJobe takes the pawn. He's basically getting a little grubby with the different moves he's making, if that's the right word to use. I like using right words. Using wrong words is not a good idea most of the time. Okay, so the knight's coming out, and he doesn't want to have to deal with the knight, so he moves his pawn up to block the knight squares. Ooh, what happens there? Now he didn't actually make that move. I just wanted to show you something. Because that would have been a checkmate all by itself. Isn't that amazing? Because there would have been no way to block it, nowhere to go. That would have been like a fool's mate. And it would take pretty much a fool to do that, right? So anyway, Voodoo Magic moves up the queen, of course. And then Stockfish 8 does the same daggum move. So what was MRJobe to do at this point? He decides to make a move that is quite worthwhile in the realm of moves. He needs to start getting some activity, so he moves the pawn up. Then he comes in and pins the knight against the rook. Now Stockfish 8 at this point was thinking, what the heck am I going to do? It doesn't really matter, because basically at this point MRJobe's just throwing pieces to take out any possible piece that Stockfish has. Now I want you to take a look at the board right now, and I want you to pay attention, very close attention, to the situation at which Stockfish 8 has found him in. The positional play of MRJobe is just taking its toll in this engine. The engine is getting tired. It's starting to wind down. Its brackets and sockets and all of the things on the engine are wearing out. It's getting very tired. Probably because it's so late at night. I know I get tired when it's late at night. Okay, folks. Now, if you see here, the bishop has moved into a position where it can take the rook. So the rook moves up and toward to attack the pawn. At this particular juncture, it doesn't really matter. He's so far behind already that taking the pawn doesn't really mean much to the chess engine. And you think, well, why did you do that? You know, he attacks knowing full well that there's plenty of spare space for Voodoo Magic to make use of some of his major pieces. Voodoo Magic decides to move a pawn up. Now, I think right now, as you may be able to see, if you're any good at chess, that it looks to me like Stockfish is getting desperate. What am I going? I mean, this is Stockfish 8, guys. This isn't just some little dinky chess engine. This is Stockfish level 8. Now, Voodoo Magic plays B6, and then the rook comes back to guard the pawn. He really is getting in a bind right now, and Stockfish really doesn't know what to do at this point. I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't know what to do either. So, I want you to take a look at this position, because this is one of the turning points in the game. This is where MRJobe makes a move and causes some really disruption in the mind of a computer. I mean, a computer opponent. Ooh, what happened there? Okay, so that's an interesting move. A very interesting move. I know it's interesting to me, at least. Okay, now, if you see here, he's going to move up most likely into this position, but he's already backed off, so he doesn't have to deal with it, because MRJobe is actually guarding these positions with his queen, because I mean, if, for example, if he moved up there, then this rook could move over and then just start checking the king over here. So he protected against that, as you can see. MRJobe still moves up with his idea of getting the rook and the knight in place. Then he starts attacking pawns. He protects his piece. He sacrifices his piece. Not really sacrifice. He did take the knight out. Sometimes I take the knight off. Pawn comes up to block the forward progress of the white pawn. So what's going on here? What do you think is going on? That's the major question. Now he gives him a chance to slide that rook over. Is he going to do it? No, no. Now is a decision by MRJobe. What is he going to do next? Well, I would kind of wonder myself. He decides to go for the pawn so that he can start pushing his pawns. Now you think to yourself, hey, self. That's so funny when I say that. Okay, so MRJobe decides to move his rook over, risking an attack on his king. He can easily get out of the way. And he does, without hesitation. Then he just sacrifices his rook. He knows he's in such a bad position, he's just giving it all up, hoping against hope, for hope. What did he do that for? Look at that. He's scared to death Now at this moment, Stockfish 8 took a big breath, and he says, "What the heck do I do now? I mean, look at this. It's hopeless, nearly. I mean, as long he was hoping, he is crossing his fingers that Voodoo Magic, excuse me, that MRJobe, that Voodoo Magic is me, but that Stockfish, bleh, what is wrong with me? That MRJobe would make the wrong move, but he doesn't. MRJobe makes a waiting move, giving the, and he's trying to protect. You got to watch out. You got to protect against a stalemate. So he gives the a path for the white to still make a move. He slides the rook over. The king can't go anywhere. And just as you can see, there's actually several places that Voodoo Magic can do to actually checkmate the king. He could slide here, he could slide up here, and he could go right over here. Actually, no, he can't go right over there, can he? Because he can just move up there. So, boom, it's over. I hope you are taking notes about the style of play that Voodoo Magic. Why I did it again? That's me. I'm still projecting myself into MRJobe. So MRJobe, just think about his play style. Think about his the way he moves his pieces, the way he dances and pirouettes in the background while the other player is making moves. He does that. I mean, he dances around in the background. He fixing peanut butter sandwiches and pouring himself glasses of milk and watching Netflix. You know, because he's playing computer with one hand and watching TV with the other. So because he does not even, these other people just aren't even close to his capabilities. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit like if you want more of them, or don't if you're just completely tired of watching MRJobe just completely trash his opponents. It gets sad sometimes, I know. But anyway, I hope you like these videos. I hope that they actually make you laugh a little bit. I know they make me laugh. So take care of yourself, and try not to get any kind of viruses that can hurt you in a great way. Get yourself checked out by any kind of gynecologist or any, podiatrist, or for whatever kinds of problems you might have with your feet and your neck and your and your whole, any part of your body really. I don't know why I'm going to all of this. I guess it's just late at night, trying to guide you into the right path in life. Anyway, take care of yourself, and I will be seeing you very, very soon. Until then, bye-bye.